It's July 16th. Today's reading once again picks up the prophecies of Isaiah, who is in Jerusalem. The year is approximately 714 BC, and today's reading covers a period of about 13 years, as Isaiah prophesies to Judah and to surrounding nations in the region: Assyria, Ethiopia, Egypt, Edom, Arabia, Babylon, and Tyre. Some of these prophecies relate to near-term events that are in Isaiah's immediate future, while others, such as chapter 19, verse 23, refer to events in his far distant future. They aren't just pronouncements or indictments against these nations, but they're also very specific predictions about what is getting ready to happen to them. Among the visions Isaiah is given in chapter 22, verses 1 through 14, is a picture of Jerusalem about 120 years into the future, with its walls broken down and dead bodies lying in the streets. Devastation not due to famine or disease, but the result of a brutal conquest. These prophecies were well known during that period. News of their being issued would have reached the ears of their intended audience within a short amount of time. They served as warnings, but also as admonitions and an invitation to repent and turn to seek the Lord for His deliverance. They left these nations without excuse as to God's existence, His care for them, and His expectations for them. While these kings and kingdoms would indeed suffer their fates described by the prophet, there were no doubt individuals within each of these nations who recognized God's sovereignty, heeded His warnings, and sought to follow Him. There were, no doubt, many proselytes to Judaism around the region. These chapters are reminders of God's supreme foresight, of His absolute mastery over the events of history, and of His rule over every nation. He knows all, sees all, and holds everyone accountable for both their deeds and for their responses to His glorious attempts at redemption. And they should serve as a compelling motivation for us to be about God's work of reconciliation. Millions all over the world are waiting to hear of His love. The need is great, and the time is short. Jesus said in John 9:4 that I must work the works of Him who sent me while it is day. Night is coming when no one can work. Here's today's application. How often do you think about this topic of evangelism or foreign missions? Does the idea of reaching the lost ever penetrate your thinking? When is the last time you shared your faith with someone? Does evangelism have a place in your life? Have you ever considered supporting a foreign missionary or going on a short-term mission trip yourself? For a moment now, and throughout your day, ask the Lord how He wants you to respond to these questions. Now here's today's prayer.